now I'm scared. And this time it's for real. Because this is changing everything.
Alright, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the Gym is Denver Camp, doing a lesson on what you just saw right there, which was Russia using hypersonic missiles, man, over there in Ukraine. And this is what everybody's talking about. And this actually came out a few days ago, but I'm just now getting to the video. But I want to do a lesson on it because it's highly significant according to prophecy, man. And so that guy you saw right there, he said he said now he's scared, and a lot of people are scared because Vladimir Putin just unleashed you know, some of their technology, man. And believe me, that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. They got things that you know, people ain't ready for, man. But it's all the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. This is prophecy playing out. All right, these missiles cannot be stopped by you know, any missile defense system. And this is why people are afraid, because those same missiles can be armed with nuclear warheads, and that means devastation for those who come up against the bear, man, which is Russia. All right, and they're prophesied to shoot nuclear missiles on America, Babylon the Great. Okay, as a matter of fact, it shows you in the scriptures that those missiles will not be able to be shot down. That's in the Bible. All right, so without further ado, let's get the scriptures out real quick. We'll come back to this video. Let's get a quick precept. All right, here we have the book of 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 16 and verse 12. It says, "The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and before the glory of his power." Okay, check it out. Verse 13. "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." Okay, so right here it's talking about arrows being shot into the ends of the world. What do you think that's talking about? It's not talking about actual bows and arrows, man. This is talking about the nuclear missiles that will be shot in the midst of World War III, destroying America, Babylon the Great. It's going to turn America into the lake of fire, as the scriptures tell you, because it's going to melt everything, all right, here in America. And we're seeing a preview right now of what's going to happen. All right, those missiles that you saw cannot be stopped. Okay, so this is showing you right now that these arrows are not going to miss their mark when they're shot off, man, into the ends of the world. All right, what kind of regular arrow can you shoot into the ends of the world, man? A man can't just, you know, get a bow and arrow and shoot an arrow to the other part of the world. No, it's talking about nuclear missiles, man. And we know we go into it all the time, man. When we talk about this, that you know, the term arrow is used for nuclear missiles here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, they'll tell you that a stolen nuclear missile be called a broken arrow in military terms, showing you that, hey, this Bible is faithful and true. Okay, so these arrows are going to be shot into the ends of the world, man. And America, Babylon the Great will be considered the uttermost part of the earth. So those ICBMs that Russia has are going to be fitted with nuclear warheads at some point in time to, you know, burn the whore with fire, man. The whore being America, Babylon the Great. All right. Let's play a little bit more of that video.
the 20th of November 2024, a few days ago, there has been a missile attack on Ukrainian factory PA Pivdenmash, previously known as Yuzmash. This is a Ukrainian manufacturer of rockets and everything space like satellites, engines, and so on. And its headquarters and production facility is in Dnipro. The factory has already been attacked in the past, and this attack has been a complex operation. The Russians launched 6 Kh-101 cruise missiles, 1 Kinzhal missile, and something new. In fact, at 5:17, this happened. Just after the attack, rumors started to bounce around on the internet. Ukrainian claimed it was an ICBM, then the Pentagon said that it was actually an intermediate-range ballistic missile. But everything was clarified by a TV message from Putin in which he explained that this was a new system, a new intermediate-range ballistic missiles that had never been used before. And luckily he clearly specified that was armed with multiple conventional warheads. And having an intermediate-range ballistic missile armed with conventional warheads, it's new in itself, but we will get back to it. The new missile is the 9M729 Arezhnik. Why it's named so? Well, when I was a boy, my parents had a house with a large garden and we had a hazelnut tree. It was nice to pick up the hazelnut in autumn, but in spring the hazel has very peculiar flowers that look like this. And this is how the warheads of the new missile look. The Russians usually name their ballistic missiles after trees. I wouldn't be surprised if they named this one Arezhnik exactly for this reason. This is a brand new system never seen before. And Putin himself clarified that this was to be considered an operational test. The Pentagon maintains that this is a variant of the R-26 ICBM. I have reasons to think otherwise. Yuzmash was hit by...
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right here. This is a very interesting video. All right, this guy, he goes in on the new technology that Russia has. But I want to make a point, man, that the Lord controls the minds of these different militaries, man, and the minds of these heathen leaders, man, to do what they do. You see, Yahweh Bashmi Awashai gave them the technology, all right, to pretty much destroy themselves, man, because those Russians are Edomites, all right? Don't get it twisted. We're not rooting for Russia or anything like that, all right? But the scriptures tell you that, hey, this will happen, and it's happening. And the men of great millstone, starting with Elder Apostle to Har on down, have been telling you that this day will come, and we see it happening. You're watching, all right, the end of the Edomite rulership, all right, being manifested, because they're going down in the midst of World War III by way of thermonuclear missiles, all right, and the Lord showing up in the midst of those missiles being launched. Okay, let's get some precepts and we'll come back to the video. All right, so here we have the book of Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. It says, behold, it means look here, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. What is that talking about, man? It's talking about the Lord creating those scientists. Because when you go to that word smith, it goes into, scientists, you know what I'm saying? Those scientists that engineered those nuclear missiles, man. All right, the Edomites, he gave them the technology. You see, the Lord sends out the angels to work on the minds of men on the earth. All right, for those of you that have ears to hear, okay? Ain't nobody doing their own thing, man. The Lord is in control. He's the Most High. This is his, creation. And, Esau is no different. He's created to be the wicked. And he gave him the technology, all right, to create, mass destruction, man, via those nuclear missiles. All right, but there's a plot twist to this. All right, the Lord put that on his mind to make these, or to come up with this technology for his own destruction. All right, because those Russians, like I said, they're Edomites. And guess what? The Americans are Edomites. You see, and guess what? They're going to destroy each other, man. See, the Lord got it set up cold, man. And we can prove that as well. So here we have the book of Psalms, chapter 37. I'm going to start at verse 7 and read down. It says, "Rest in the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." And who is that talking about? All right, the main one being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, they are the wicked. All right, according to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4, all right, it tells you that. All right, these are the devils that the Bible speaks of, and we're not really upset because we know his future, man. We know that Esau's going to be taken down, and we see his destruction being orchestrated right now. We saw in that video clip, man. That's a little, snippet of what's to come. Except, when it actually happens, it's going to be nuclear missiles detonating on, Esau and his militaries. Okay? So yeah, we're not stressing out, about these devils. We see their end coming. Okay? We're waiting patiently for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And if you understand, the elect that are here in America, Babylon the Great, and other parts of the earth, but mainly here in America, they're going to be saved in the midst of all these nuclear missiles flying, all right, by Yahweh Shai coming and delivering them. All right, that's the salvation of, the elect. Okay, but let's continue on. It says, "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil." All right, we just wait on the Lord, man. Right now, we prophesying, telling them what's gonna happen. All right, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and these things are coming to pass, including the salvation that's coming. All right, it says in verse 9, "For evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait upon the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they shall inherit the earth." You see that? Because right now the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, as it tells you in Job 9 and 24. These damn devils are running everything right now. All right, that's why the earth is in the condition that it's in, because these fucking devils are ruling. But guess what? He's going to be cut off in the midst of World War III. And guess who's going to inherit the earth? The Israelites, man. All right, who shall be joint heirs with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, or Yahweh Shai, should I say? You see? So when these devils go down, we're going to inherit the earth. Okay, now let's go to the next verse. It says, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be." Okay? Because they're going to be taken out of power, man. All right, when it's all said and done with, Esau is going to lose his rulership in the earth. Right now they're running everything, but guess what? It's going to be over with very soon. Okay, we're seeing his demise playing out right in front of us. Okay. It says, verse 11, "But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace." And once this devil is taken down, we're going to have peace. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, all right, you Israelites, all right, and the Israelite foreigners out there, we're going to finally have peace. The whole earth going to have peace, really, once this goddamn devil is taken out, who's done nothing but terrorize the earth and its inhabitants. All right, even the heathen are going to have a level of peace once Esau's taken down, man. So we're not afraid of nuclear war being talked about, man. This is all prophecy. This is all ushering in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it says, verse 12, "The wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth." And that's going to be happening in Jacob's trouble, man, when these devils try to come down with great wrath on you Israelites. All right, because that's what they got planned, you see. All right, to gnash upon us with his teeth, man, meaning his military and his weaponry. We're going to have different concentration camps set up to throw the Israelites in, and different re-education centers and whatnot. They got all these things planned, man, to get at us. Okay? But guess what, man? What does it say next? "The Lord shall laugh at him." All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall laugh at him, "for he seeth that his day is coming." All right. So though he has all these things planned to torment us and to try to eradicate us off the earth, the Lord said, look, man, I already got his day planned. All right. We already, Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah already has a day set for Esau to go down. Okay. These damn devils lose, man. Now it goes on to say, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. And that's talking about the men of the Lord, man. Specifically because the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, they began to walk in ways of righteousness to the best of their abilities. That's what that upright conversation goes into. Because that word conversation goes into way of life, manner of living. And the elect have repented in these last days. All right, they heard the word and the Lord put the spirit on them to repent. They came back to the fact that they're the Israelites and they're trying to do right to the best of their abilities. And guess what? Now Esau wants to try to slay the hopeful elect, man. All right, they got all these sinister things planned to get at us. Okay, we know this. What does it say next? Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Now, what is that sword that's talking about? That it's talking about right here. All right, the nuclear missiles. All right, Esau came up with these nuclear missiles, right? But guess what? That sword, that glittering sword, is going to enter into their own heart. And the scriptures call those nukes glittering swords. And you can see why, because behind these missiles, when they're being propelled through the air, there's a fire that burns behind them, and it glitters in the air. All right. You see, well, their own sword is going to enter into their own heart. Matter of fact, since I mentioned it, let's get that scripture that talks about the glittering sword real quick, and then we'll get back to that video. All right, here we have the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 41. Now it says, if I whet, and that word whet means to sharpen, all right? If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and will reward them that hate me. And who hates the Lord more than Esau eating the so-called white man? Nobody, man. Those are the top enemies of the Heavenly Father and his chosen people and his son Yahweh Shai. And guess what? That glittering sword is going to take vengeance upon those enemies. The glittering sword being the nuclear missiles. They're going to fall upon America, Babylon the Great, and other parts of the earth. Okay, verse 42 says, I will make mine arrows, you see that word arrows again, all right? I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. What kind of sword? Regular metal sword devours flesh. It's talking about these missiles, man. The Lord has purposed it from the beginning to slay Esau, man, by way of nuclear fire. His own sword. All right, and it's really the sword of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, because he put the spirit on them devils to create those missiles. The Lord is the ultimate chess player, man. Okay, and my sword shall devour flesh, because those flames are going to devour many people here once they detonate. And that with the blood of the slain and of the captives from the beginning of revengeance upon the enemy. So there's the point right there. But let's play some more of that video. Oh, and really quick before I play that video, I want to make it known, all right, make it clear that you Israelites who refuse to repent and turn back to Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, hey, those of you that are here in America, Babylon the Great, you're gonna also be devoured by that fire, because you're an enemy of the Lord as well, man. You Israelites who reject the Lord, you've made yourselves an enemy. You're gonna die here with these devils and these heathens unless you repent. Only the elect will be taken out of America, Babylon the Great by way of a miracle, man, which is the Lord taking them up into the air, man. All right. So I want to make that point clear. Let's go back to the video.
6 waves of 6 vehicles. Some of the waves look smaller, but it's likely the different perspective. In fact, we have different angles, and from different angles, they sort of look the same. At first, I thought it was a case of several missiles with multiple warheads, but then I came to realize that what we were seeing were actually 6 multiple independent re-entry vehicles, each one with 6 submunitions. A MIRV is a type of missile warhead that exists to give the missile the possibility of hitting multiple targets or concentrating several warheads, not just one, on a single target, like in this case. MIRVs are usually released at the apex of the missile trajectory by the missile bus, which is an assembly built on top of the final stage of the missile that is capable of maneuvering in space and releasing the warheads in the direction of the target.
Okay, you see that? Now, this technology has been around, but these are hypersonic, man. All right, moving at speeds that these other nations can't stop, man. Starting with America, they're not gonna be able to stop these missiles from hitting. And matter of fact, let's prove that real quick. So here we have more prophecy on those nukes, right? In Joel, the 2nd chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 1 and read down. It says, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai cometh, for it is nigh at hand." And the day of the Lord is near, man. Nearer than ever, man. Every day that goes by, we're getting closer and closer to the day of the Lord, which is not going to be a day of happiness, and peace. Is going to be a day of destruction, man, and judgment, man. Okay? Contrary to what the Christian church likes to tell you, in their sweet little lies, man. They're telling you that white Jesus is going to come back and save every damn body. Nah, man. The day of the Lord, it entails mass death and judgment, man. Okay, and it's coming. And those nukes are a part of it. Now it says, "A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountain, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations." Now this people that's talking about, it's not talking about actual humans. This is talking about those missiles, because they're referred to, prophetically as an army in the scriptures, man. Those missiles by themselves are considered an army of the Lord, man. Okay? And it says there have not been ever the like. There's never been missiles like this ever before on the earth, man. Okay? Hypersonic nuclear missiles. That's never been a thing before until now. It's talking about that right here. And it's going to be the last advancement in Esau's technology before he's taken down. All right? This is the war to end all wars, man. That's why it says, "Neither shall there be any more after it." Because after this is over with, there's not going to be any more world wars or any more wars, period. This is the last one. Verse 3, it says, "A fire devoureth before them." All right, showing you that these are talking about missiles. "And behind them a flame burneth." Because you have a missile, all right? And the delivery system, the fuel for the missile, it burns off a fire, all right, behind it. Okay, you see? "And behind them a flame burneth, and the land is as the Garden of Eden before them." All right, because right now you got trees and vegetation on the earth, you know what I'm saying? Here in America, Babylon the Great, you got gardens, you got forests and all that stuff still around. Okay? "And behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them." So what's going to happen is when they're detonated, it's going to leave this place a desolate wilderness. All right, especially America, Babylon the Great. It's going to be uninhabitable when it's all said and done with. There will be no survivors here in America, Babylon the Great, unless you're of the elect and you're miraculously saved by the Lord, man. That's the only way out. Okay? And matter of fact, let's get a precept on that before I forget it. Showing you that the elect are going to be rescued from the thermonuclear fire, man. So here we have the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 20. And it says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." What is that talking about? This is talking about the Lord calling the elect up into those so-called UFOs, all right? All right, the chariot of the only begotten Son Yahushua, man. Okay, because when he shows up, he's gonna rescue the elect. That's what's prophesied to happen. We're gonna be taken up into the chambers, all right, to be hidden away until the indignation or righteous anger be overpassed. Okay, the elect are gonna be whisked away at the last second while those nukes are detonating. All right, because we can't be here while they're blowing up, man. It's gonna be no survivors here. Even those who have those underground bunkers, they got NORAD, they got all these deep underground military bases that they got here in America that they say are nuclear missile proof. Nah, man, it's gonna be so overwhelming that there's gonna be no survivors. Even those that are down there in those bunkers are gonna be cooked. All right, this is gonna be the lake of fire. America will be the lake of fire for all the wickedness that has been done here, man. This is the indignation of the Lord, man, the righteous anger of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And the only ones that are going to escape are those that are of the elect. And they're going to escape by being taken up, all right, into the chariot, man, which, you call UFOs, all right? They're not UFOs. They're identified flying objects. Those are the vehicles of the angels, and Yahushua is coming back on a huge so-called UFO in the midst of all this thermonuclear fire. Hey, we just telling you the story, man. We just telling you how it's gonna play out. All right, this ain't for the weak minded. Okay, the elect understand. All right, so back in Joel, the 2nd chapter. Okay, it's telling you that ain't nothing gonna escape, right? So, except for the elect. Now, verse 4 it says, "The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run." It's talking about the missiles in the air, man. The multiple missiles that are going to be shot upon America, Babylon the Great. They look like horsemen in battle array. All right, you ever seen horsemen in ancient times running in war? They're all together, and they running it, together, man. That's how these missiles look in the air. Okay, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. People are going to be mourning when they hear that these missiles have been shot off. When the news announces multiple ICBMs have been shot off by Russia and they're heading toward America. All right, they're going to be arriving in about 15 minutes because they're hypersonic, man. There's not going to be any time to prepare. There's nothing that you can do to prepare anyway. All right, so people are going to be hearing this. They're going to be giving up the ghost. They're going to be having heart attacks. They're going to be all fucked up when they hear that news. Okay. They shall run like mighty men. All right, talking about these missiles. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks. They coming straight over here, man. Ain't nobody going to be out of order. I mean, ain't no missiles going to be out of order. Ain't going to be no road missiles, going off the path. Nah, man, they're going to be over here detonating on America as the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's purpose. Okay, now check it out. Here's the point. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Okay, meaning they're not going to be able to be shot down. Whatever defenses that these, Americans think they got, it's not going to work. Okay, they're not going to be able to stop these missiles, man. That's what it's talking about right here. All right, yeah, man. So that's the point I wanted to make right there in Joel 2. Matter of fact, you know what? I got to read a little bit more because it goes in even more. Verse 9, it says, "They shall run to and fro in the city." Talking about these missiles, man. They're going to be coming down upon these different cities. All right. "They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses." All right. Hitting people's, houses and whatnot, residential areas. "They shall enter in at the windows like a thief." You're going to have missiles coming through people's fucking windows, man. Hitting high-rise buildings and all type of shit, man. At hypersonic speed. And then detonating, man. Nuclear warheads. Man. "The earth shall quake before them," and the earth is going to move to and fro like a drunkard, as the scriptures tell you. It's going to make the whole entire earth quake. Okay? The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, all that smoke, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right, all the smoke from the nuclear missiles detonating is going to block out the sky. And the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi al-Shah, shall utter his voice before his army. All right, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi al-Shah, is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? So there you go, man. There you go. The day of the Lord is being set up. And it involves nuclear missiles being detonated on the planet Earth, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. And this is the judgment of the whore, man, that's spoken of in the scriptures. The whore being America, Babylon the Great, man. The most wicked empire, ever to rule the earth. Okay? That's your end. I'll play a little bit more of this, and I also want to get to another video if we got enough time, but let me just see what he's saying, and then if not, we'll go to the other video.
Normally, with the warheads come decoys and false targets. These are there in case someone has an anti-ballistic system to obviously give the system many more targets to choose. These are generally small metallic radar reflector, either inflatable or not. But these decoys could also be active systems, and we know that the Russians actually use active decoys.
You see, now he just said that these missile systems have decoys. All right, so they shoot off, different particles or different decoy missiles to deter the defense systems of other nations. So this lets you know, man, that there's no stopping these missiles, man. Okay, the Bible is faithful and true. He even talks about that in the scriptures, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to the other video. The point has been made on this one. All right, here's a video from Glenn Beck that I came across. I haven't actually watched this video yet, so this is my first time seeing it. So we're gonna watch it together, man. Let's go ahead and see what they got to say. But you see the title, it says, "Can Trump stop Russia from going to war with Biden?" Let's see what they got to say.
Vladimir Zelensky used our long-range missiles to attack Russia yesterday. Something that Vladimir Putin said would be a red line. On Monday, what happened? On Monday, we said, when I say we, whoever is president of the United States, let's just use air quotes and say Joe Biden, told Ukraine that they could use those long-range missiles. Again, Vladimir Putin said red line. In fact, they had something that they had proposed in September, but they stamped it and signed it on Tuesday in response to our announcement on Monday. The doctrine now says an attack from a non-nuclear state, if backed by a nuclear power, that would be us, will be treated as a joint assault on Russia. That's great. So what is Putin going to do? We don't have any idea, but I don't have any idea why we would have done this in the first place. Corey Mills joins us, the congressman from Florida. Hello, Corey. How are you?
Glenn, how are you?
So how disturbed are you by what's happening?
Well, extremely concerned. I mean, look, for 4 years, Ukraine had been asking for long-range capabilities, had been asking to be able to hit within the outlying areas inside of Russia in an effort to try and prevent continual assaults, and it was denied. And here we go, as we're getting into the President Trump's administration as presidency, he's continuing to try and spiral things further out of control and escalate them to another degree. The benefit we have, however, is that we have an exceptionally strong president coming in. And every one of the world leaders knows that President Trump does not suffer fools and that he does not have the weakness which invites aggression.
Correct.
So I think that even with all this taking place, I think that both Putin and Zelensky understand that President Trump coming in is not going to necessarily say, it's okay for you guys to continue this back and forth. It's okay to continue the atrocious events that are occurring. He's going to come with an actual solution and say what kind of sanctioning, what kind of imposement. Because remember, it was President Trump who actually removed America from the INF Treaty, which had been...
I'm going to stop it right there. All right. President Donald Trump is not going to stop biblical prophecy from taking place. He's not going to stop World War III like a lot of these people think. Nah, it's not going to happen that way. So they hoping in the vain thing. Okay, your hopes of this stopping is all vanity. It will escalate until a nuclear war, and America, Babylon the Great, will be destroyed in the midst of it. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to return in the midst of World War III as well. But like I said, man, in previous videos, we're looking for the mark of the beast to take place, man, which is an R-fighting microchip, which will be made mandatory. That's also a major part of biblical prophecy that must take place before the nuclear destruction. Okay? I just want to throw that disclaimer in there. So that's the next big thing we're looking forward to, is Esau pushing that chip. Because once that happens, we know that, all right, then the nukes are soon to follow. But I'm going to end this lesson right here, man. I'm not going to play this whole video. I might do a lesson on it, you know, if the spirit permits. But for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and end this right here. The point has been made. Nuclear war is biblical prophecy. And ain't no president going to stop the prophecy from taking place, man. Okay? These nukes detonating is going to usher in the kingdom of heaven for the Israelites, man. So I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, and Kwam Yasharala, and the Abad Babal Shalom. It's almost over.